What's up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Before and After That podcast with your host, truly as always, Queen Krazy K, and slash commentary reaction from this past week of Monday Night Raw. Yes, it is a double duo. Usually we can do commentary slash reactions to singles, doubles, triple threat, fatal four way, all of the above, or do a double duo, which is what this is, commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw and before and after thoughts with your host, Julie as always. You're welcome, Queen Krazy K. From the week, everything you need to know, want to know, and are gonna know. Updations more for before and after thoughts. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to watch, like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Add me on Snapchat. Hit me up with all the social media so you don't miss a single beat of what's happening. A lot of things. There are descriptions right there. You can take a picture of it. You can write it down. You can visualize it. You can memorize it. You can say it out loud. Hell, you can even record it. Take a picture, write it down, Snapchat it, whatever you gotta do. Keep it close by you, notepad, so you know what's happening, what's going on. There's the Instagram, so you can follow in the Raw and SmackDown conversation, so I can give shout outs to y'all. My Raw and SmackDown videos uploaded on my page and story right here on YouTube. And you can also add me on Snapchat and follow me on Instagram for like before and after thought podcasts like I'm doing right now. Welcome the ladies and the gentlemen and all the above. The universe, outer space, aliens, even animals, creatures, whatever is out there. Welcome in to Before and After Thought podcast with your host, Queen Krazy K. So, if you guys haven't already, be sure to follow me on those social medias. There's my Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to follow me and add me on Snapchat. And one of the videos, as you can see currently right now, I'm speaking to you. And also outside of there, you can check out right here, right on my channel, so you know exactly that's my channel, so you know you subscribed to the right one. Thank you guys who already been watching, liking, commenting, subscribing on social media and my pictures and my videos and things like that. And social media, give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back for supporting me in the channel. Really appreciate that. Special shout out to you guys and thank you to you guys for already doing that. So round of applause for you and all your surroundings and yourself for you guys right there. Round of applause all around the world for you. And inviting the rest of y'all to come on, enjoy the party, to also like and watch and comment, subscribe, and add on the social media so y'all don't miss out on the party and the good things happening and going on, because you will miss a beat. So, with that being said, there is the channel so you know exactly where to subscribe at, how to spell and everything else. Now, with that being said, this is the other playlist, is like much like what this video is right here. Right on down here, this is a commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw for this past week. Now, before we get into that, I guess I can show you on Monday Night Raw. You can check here on my page in my story. Right, oh, there's the page. There's my Queen Krazy K page. Queen Krazy K page playlist you guys can watch and check out. And also Queen K playlist stories you guys can watch and check out if you want to see this past week's Monday Night Raw prediction and Monday Night Raw commentary. I showed you the social media platform so I can give you a shout out, whether you like the comment, whether you watched the comment, whether you commented on yourself or whatever. As long as you participated, it gave you a shout out and my videos to your Instagram and their social media platform. So there's the Raw predictions, there's the Raw commentary, So you can look on the page and story to find Raw and many more Raw and SmackDown predictions, even pay-per-view predictions, even WWE Live and NXT predictions on those pages and stories. You can check out the social media to get your name screenshotted into a video shout out to join the conversations. That's what I mean by commentary on Monday Night Raw from this past week, and also SmackDown and pay-per-views that we do on there as well. And as I showed you on the social media platforms, they are updated right now as we speak. You guys know I like to do that, and that is why this is a double duo. You can check out my other commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, WWE Live, NXT. This past WrestleMania was okay this year, but definitely Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania made up for WrestleMania, and SmackDown was just icing on the cake. SmackDown was just icing on the cake. Right here. To make up for WrestleMania Part 2. So yeah, there's the last Monday Night Raw. There's some Raw. There's the Raw predictions, Raw commentary, Raw comic if you guys are interested in seeing it. Commentary / reaction, which is much like this is reflecting on Monday Night Raw, the page of story for other predictions. And you can also check out things like this that are also on the Famous People and Me playlist for actual Monday Night Raw live events, because next week on Monday Night Raw I will be posting live pictures and videos of Monday Night Raw live from the event, so you guys can check that out. And here's the WrestleMania, which was okay, but definitely this Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania made up for WrestleMania 1 and 2 combined together, if you ask me, and I think a lot of people know that. And that's why we had a better Monday Night Raw than WrestleMania, because they know it wasn't it. And the SmackDown, that was just a banger, icing on the cake. Love tag teams. That is exactly why I love tag teams. Here's some updated videos as well that you guys can watch and check out right here in the playlist if you want to see the WrestleMania 1 and 2 gameplay. That is officially on the playlist, like I said there is, along with the Hall of Fame gameplay as well, to celebrate Hall of Fame and the Hall of Fame gameplay and WrestleMania and its own gameplay is all available into this playlist. And there's new videos on there that I just added, and there's also other video games like Carver and there's Sonic, Crash, Hitman Absolution, and other gameplays added to this playlist as well, as you guys can see if you're interested in watching it and checking it out. So, that being said, this is also my Monday Night Raw comic is added on here along with all the other ones. That is an actual comic that I make, and then sometimes I do half comics, sometimes I do full comics, and sometimes I just share a video. So, all available there. Including other freestyle playlists like Franklin's K. Freestyle album playlist, the latest out right here, right now. Looking good, looking and checked. You guys want to watch that and check it out and check out the stiffness for more freestyles that is available right now. That there's a new one on there. So if you guys want to watch it and check it out, it's on there officially. So I got my Raw prediction this week, got my Raw commentary this week, Raw comic this week, commentary / reaction to my Night Raw. Just gave you the updates, which is what this is this week, and it's also a double duo because it's also / before and afterthoughts podcast from this week with y'all as well. And that is the Wednesday getting updated. Sometimes I do them separate, sometimes I do a triple, sometimes I just focus on the podcast or the commentary, and sometimes I call it a double duo, where I'm doing a commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw, reflecting on it, but also doing a podcast, giving you updates and information from this week as well. So, it will be available on those playlists that I just showed you, commentary / reaction, if you want to watch this, and many more like it, reflecting on Monday Night Raw playlist, or if you guys want to watch and check out, which is also what this is a part of too. You guys can also watch the other ones and what this one is before and after thoughts with Cream Crazy K right here in the podcast. Somewhere on here. There it is. So many more like it. All available. And will be available in many on those playlists. So, with that being said, with the shout outs, so you know where to find the podcast, with the updates, so you know where to find the commentary / reaction, and of course with the double duo, raw predictions, raw commentary, raw comment was just icing on the cake, reflecting on some gameplay wrestling that I put on there as well. Now we can actually officially jump in now to the rest of it for Monday Night Raw. So this past Monday Night Raw was a beautiful Monday Night Raw live in one of my favorite places, Kansas City, best #1 NFT. Right here, right now. You already know what I'm about to say next. You already know what's going to flow off my lips and on my mind and my brain. So everybody get ready to listen, perk up, hear me right now. Yes, Kansas City is one of my favorite places of Earth. I love oceans and worlds of fun. Worlds of Fun, love the roller coasters. My favorite one is probably the one with no bar and you kind of just hang on the roller coaster and go on a zigzag like a snake, and probably the one that bounces up and down. So I really like those roller coasters, and then maybe the Eagle Eye, where it feels like you're kind of in an airplane except you're riding on the outside of it. So those are probably my favorite rides at Worlds of Fun. Love it. Can't wait to visit back. Summertime is coming up. Oceans of Fun. You guys know I love water. I love going to the beaches, getting suntan. You know I love going to the oceans and going swimming. By now, with pictures that I posted in the past, and I've said it, so I enjoyed that as well. Also, you know I'm going to visit my favorite NFL team of all time, Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. No comment on it. No comment at all. You know the deal. So, my parents here, I'm there, and you best believe I'm enjoy the best barbecue ribs that you can ever find as well. So I can't wait to join there in the summer. Go to Oceans of Fun. There will be pictures, Worlds of Fun, and excitement. And yes, I'm joining. Can't wait to see when I go there live when they're playing for my team. And join some barbecue ribs. I will be going back in August as well. So yeah. Anyway, Monday Night Raw was live again, City. That's the one that, for some reason, like I was gonna go to it, but it was acting like the tickets wasn't available, but they were in Kansas City on Monday Night Raw. So it was almost like it got canceled or something, but it was available and they sold. So I don't know what happened there or why that was. So either way it goes, it happened, and I got all the information and stuff because I was gonna go to it, but for some reason it was acting like the tickets weren't available, and it wasn't that they sold out or anything. It was just, and like it wasn't, either got switched around or got canceled or something like that. But they were live in Monday Night Raw in Kansas City. It's good to see our boys back on the commentary team. As you can see, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee clearing it up with the Gunther situation, and yes, we will have Pat McAfee officially back in the wrestling ring, going one-on-one at Backlash against Gunther to put him in his place once and for all, for putting his hands on him, for voicing his opinion, and he is entitled to his opinion just like the next man. And Michael Cole, of course, not letting anybody bully him. Been here for over 25 years. Best commentary we ever had. Always shooting truth and facts and updations and more. And nobody yet has pushed Michael Cole out of his seat. It didn't work when he had that black eye and had the altercation with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It didn't work when him and the Freak had the altercation backstage. It didn't work when people constantly called him out on commentary that he was not afraid to speak back to him. Everybody knows the whole barbecue sauce and everything with John Cena protecting him, and the whole JR wrestling competition, basically commentary versus commentary thing. And it didn't work when other people has called him out. Legends, Hall of Famers, and now current superstars. So it's not going to work now. No one's pushing Michael Cole because he's still one of our best commentary. Been here for over 25 years, longer than anybody, and the best commentary on Monday Night Raw. And that's going to be officialized, and he will continue to voice the truth and the facts and the updations because that is his job, and that is what we're here for, to hear him say. And no one's going to tell him otherwise. As you saw, putting his hands on Michael Cole was not the best choice for Gunther, sticking out for him. You saw those guys and those security guys. Referee was not going to let him put his hands on Michael Cole. No way, no how. Adam Pearce, our Raw manager, Adam Pearce, finding him, suspended him, and made it clear you're not going to put your hands on Michael Cole and get away with it. And Pat McAfee's got him in the ring at Backlash officially to stand up for himself, as he said in his podcast, and that's just icing on the cake. Can't put your hands on people just because you lost and you tapped out. It doesn't change the fact that you tapped out and that you lost, and that main event, Jey Uso is in our city as our world heavyweight champion. Yee? You can yee on that. He's still our world champion, and that's just the way it is. Been working for 15 years for it. You're damn right he earned it. Went through hoops and everything else for it. So you damn right main event Jey Uso deserved to be our world champion here to stay. With that being said, we got this new team. Paul Heyman coming in here with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. I like the new team. I dig it. I liked when Roman Reigns and the Bloodline was working with Paul Heyman because it's exactly what Roman Reigns has been doing for years. He's been winning matches, winning championships, winning competitions, doing his thing. He's just now getting acknowledged for it. So I'm glad that Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman taking Roman Reigns under his wing, that finally Roman Reigns has got acknowledged now by the WWE Universe as a superstar rather than getting booed out of the arena for doing the same thing he's doing now. So I'm glad that Paul Heyman made it so now the universe cheers OTC for Roman and gives him the respect as a superstar rather than booing him out of arenas. He's done the same thing for Brock Lesnar. He's done the same thing for Kurt Angle. He's done the same for Hall of Famers and legendaries like Kurt Angle I was talking about. And then superstars in the family of the Bloodline, how he always stayed loyal. He's known the Bloodline since the beginning of WWE. Been through ACW, he's been through all the wrestling, so he knows it all through. Paul Heyman is that guy. That's one of the best managers. Sneaky, best manager, because he knows what he's doing, he knows how to play it right, and he knows how to play the cards right, and he knows how to push every right button that he can and put him in the right direction. And now the W Universe, because of Paul Heyman, now the W Universe, we cheer Roman Reigns rather than them booing him. So it worked. The family of the Bloodline was one of the best segments that we ever had in WWE, was the Bloodline segment. Because of Paul Heyman. CM Punk, like I said, he stabbed them in the back before with the whole, oh, I'm your best friend, but screaming I love you and smacking him with the candlestick. He did the same thing to Kurt Angle, tried to screw him up in the steel cage match with the whole him and Brock Lesnar situation. So, what makes you think that he wasn't going to do it now? Paul Heyman is one of the dirtiest players in the WWE. He's been here since the beginning of WWE. He's one of the best managers. You are a Paul Heyman guy. You're definitely going to be saved. You're definitely going to accomplish. We've seen him do it with Brock Lesnar, and he used to screw Brock Lesnar for Kurt Angle, and then it switched around. Kurt Angle's a Hall of Famer that's retired, and now he's working with Brock Lesnar. So all those times he screwed Roman, why wouldn't he screw Roman in today? And Roman is on his own where he doesn't need Paul Heyman anymore. They love Roman. They cheer Roman. He's made his statement loud and clear. He doesn't need him anymore. Seth freaking Rollins don't need him either. They still sing his song when Seth freaking Rollins hits their arena because it is Monday Night Rollins still. I don't know what Seth Rollins is doing. He's doing everything in the game just like anybody else. And it doesn't change the fact that he is one of the best wrestlers we have in today's society on Monday Night Raw, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. Braun Baker, already NXT champs, two-time Intercontinental champ, one of the Iron Mans that dominated in the Royal Rumble. Already here on Monday Night Raw making a name for himself, working with Seth Rollins, one of the greatest wrestlers in today's society. On Monday Night, Rollins and Paul Heyman just putting a little sprinkle and icing on the cake. Yes, that's going to boost Braun Baker then to be like, hey, now people are going to want to be wrestlers and want to follow my direction rather than the other way around. So yeah, that's a good boost for him. And like Sami Zayn said, it is like watching a whole form of the Bloodline. Just being a dominating team right now. Monday Night Raw, they don't quite have a name for them yet. I just call them a dangerous team. You got Paul Heyman, the mastermind. You got Seth Rollins, one of the king of manipulators, but one of the greatest wrestlers that you can't argue. Like, everything he says and does is true. You got Braun Baker, who is a moving machine, hitting in the right direction. And what better than to work with Seth Rollins, the greatest to do it, to get Braun Baker to be like, hey, now I can take things into my own hand, and I can lead a team that maybe wants to follow my direction as a wrestler or competitor team. And what better than Paul Heyman to hold him down like he done for CM Punk, like he done for Roman, and now doing it for Seth, and then Braun Baker can go on his own. So I don't argue with it. Not doing anything wrong. I mean, I don't know how many times Seth Rollins has warned you guys that this is today's society and this is what the future looks like. Seth freaking Rollins in charge of Monday Night Rollins. It's always been that way. He's been warning you. It's no different than what Roman and CM Punk were doing. And Paul Heyman is the mastermind behind it all with a smug look across his face. He loves playing the games. And the game changers, that is what wrestling is all about. We've seen the domination of the Revolution. We've seen the dominations of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, working with Paul Heyman, Kurt Angle, and Brock Lesnar, and many more. He's ran ECW, been a part of that. He's running Monday Night Raw with Seth freaking Rollins. He's holding it down as the manager. Seth is holding it down as the man that should have been in charge in the first place. So I dig it. And Braun Baker, that's just icing on the cake to boost his career. And like, hey, you know, people are already cheering you and seeing you. He's already got some accomplishments. Like I said, two-time Intercontinental champion, Royal Rumble, and already been in the Royal Rumble, a dominator, and an Iron Man in that competition. And you already two-time NXT champion. You already made your statement. This is just icing on the cake. So I agree. This is the most dangerous team. That's what I'm going to call them right now, because I don't really have a team for them right now. The dangerous team. Officially on Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins and Braun Baker. And I'm digging it, as you saw. Spears from Braun Baker, reminding me of Solo being the Dominator. Seth Rollins with a stomp, reminding me like the head of the table, Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman being the mastermind to hold them together. Sami Zayn, who's been in the Bloodline, knows it's just like the Bloodline on SmackDown, except it's a dominating team on Monday Night Raw called the Dangerous Team right now. So it's everything that he said, but I have no problem with it. And everyone else, you see them singing and saying one more time and cheering and loving it. No one else has a problem with it. This is what game changes. This is how we eat up these matches and boost up these careers, and how we get great competition and matches from things like this. So I'm digging it. I'm digging the Seth Rollins team. Everyone's singing to Seth Rollins, acknowledging him, Paul Heyman holding him down, and I'm digging Braun Baker's career being boosted, and I'm digging the Dangerous Team. And well, they loved what happened to Sami, who knows it better than anybody. So with that being said, talking about a dominate team, the Judgment Day is a dominant team on Monday Night Raw. As our 4-time tag team women's champion Liv Morgan and Raquel is, and as well as our Intercontinental champion Dominic might be putting that on the line against the phenomenal AJ Styles sooner or later. I guess we'll find out if that'll happen. Much like Logan Paul with the checked one lucky punch to Jey Uso. Jey Uso also returned the favor in the beginning ready to put that title on the line against Logan Paul, possibly at Backlash. Just like Becky Lynch getting the last laugh against Lara Bakura for the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. I like the heel turn to Becky Lynch. She doesn't really need to. She's already done it and already in the Game Changer, but Becky Lynch doing a heel turn does not phase me. I called it out. Becky Lynch, whether she's a good guy, whether she's a heel turn, she's a dominator. She's one of the horsewomen that built NXT on her back. She's the NXT Women's Champion. She's a double champ. She's a double belts back. And main event at WrestleMania, Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. She's a two-time tag team champion, world champion. She dominated. Becky Lynch has changed the game. Becky Lynch is the Royal Rumble winner. Becky Lynch is one of the dominating women, holding it down still on Monday Night Raw. Welcome to the big time, bitch, as she would say. I'm 100% behind Becky Lynch because nothing she said or did was wrong than what Bayley has said and done to her. Because we all, a few years ago, not even a few years ago, when Bayley was in the heel turn, you would have been saying the same thing as Bayley was attacking or taking opportunities from Becky Lynch. That, oh, that's wrong or that's bad. You'd have been booing her for attacking her, so what's the difference than Becky Lynch doing it? As you can see, there wasn't no boos because Becky Lynch was right. You know how many times Becky Lynch has got shoved down when she's done just as much as work as any other woman? You know how many times Becky Lynch has got toyed around? They try to put her on here as if she was going to be a clown before she won those two championships, became two belt vets, and before people actually started respecting her. You know how many times she scratched and clawed her way to the top and still getting screwed out of opportunities for the next big face. So now it's time for Becky Lynch to get her moment, to get her opportunity, to finally get her respect that she's been working for all these years just as much as anybody else. Now it's finally happening for her. So everything that Bayley, this is what I was talking about when they was booing Bianca Belair against, oh, we need the respect for Io Sky. Io Sky has screwed so many times of Bianca Belair when she was champion out of matches and attacking her with damage control. So what's the difference than Bianca Belair giving her a taste of raw medicine now that she's our women's world champion? So I see nothing wrong with the ESTs giving her a taste of raw medicine. And yes, I love the Genius and Sky women's world champion. Io Sky holding it down. Hopefully we see her and Rhea Ripley. Ooh, the nightmares of the sky. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky take out Jillian and Roxanne in the tag team. That will be fire. Hope it happens next week when I get to be alive on Monday Night Raw. But it goes back to that. And then we go back to seeing that Charlotte and Sasha Banks going back and forth. All about who the dominated alpha woman is, basically. And that's what I see with Becky Lynch and Bayley. And that's what Becky Lynch is doing. She wants to show up and show out. She's tired of the disrespect, tired of all the anger. She remembers all of it. I don't really see Becky Lynch as a heel turn. I see her as just getting some payback, and everyone's just forgot about it. Now that she pointed it out, we see that, we're hearing her, and she's right. She isn't wrong. She didn't tell no lie in what she said. So what Becky Lynch is doing is no different than what's already been done to her. Except now the shoe's on the other side. So I see nothing wrong with what Becky Lynch is doing. I'm digging the Becky Lynch versus Lara Bakura for the Intercontinental Championship belt at Backlash. I'm digging the Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, the Dangerous Team on Monday Night Raw. War Raiders is our tag team opportunity now to go against the New Day for the World Tag Team Championship belts. I'm digging the phenomenal AJ Styles possibly going after the Intercontinental Championship of Dominic and our 4-time Tag Team Women's Champion. You saw the heel turn work for Liv Morgan, so why wouldn't it work for Becky? But the only difference is that Becky's already been there, done it. She really doesn't need a heel turn. It's just icing on the cake. And you saw 17-time champ John Cena, despite him being a heel turn, so why not? What the hell? Do it. So, I see that happening. And that's what I think. That's my commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw this week. That will be added to the other commentary / reactions on the playlist. Along my other Before and Afterthought podcasts will be added to that playlist as well. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe. Add me on Snapchat, follow my social medias, check out my other commentary slash reaction to what this is, a commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw will be added to that playlist for you guys to watch and enjoy. So be sure to watch it and check it out. Be sure to watch, like, comment, follow it, and also add it, follow it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more like it. And you can check out my other commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw, and this is added officially to that playlist available right now. And also be sure to watch my other, which is also added to that playlist, Before and Afterthought Podcast commentary. Before and Afterthought Podcast with Krazy King. Right here, available on this playlist. And check out my latest video. Like, there's my WrestleMania gameplay added onto there for you guys to watch and enjoy, and also dream matches I put on there, and Hall of Fame matches. And also check out my latest Raw comic from this past Monday Night Raw, added in my page and story with the Raw predictions and updations as well. And here are the social media platforms right up here. Just click on a random video to watch, like, follow, subscribe, and screen. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening and hearing it and enjoying it. And, well, we'll see you guys next time. And with that being said, Queen KK is out. Peace.